Sometimes parents are in the role of a judge. Sometimes we are in the role of a referee. कभी कभी हम कुछ नहीं, वो बॉक्सिंग की तरह बैठे होते हैं रिंग में बस कि you away away away. No questions asked, just go away in different rooms and you're gonna be fine.
Welcome to Money Smart Families. Today we are hosting Shivangi Goyal. Shivangi is a social media influencer. She's also a certified yoga trainer, and most importantly, she's a mother of two. Two, I think, younger than 7 kids. Phenomenal in terms of the energy you have to spend.
Totally, people can relate to my voice because I have to talk so much with them that my voice is mostly low.
How is parenting going for you?
It is going fabulous, like fabulous. I had never thought that, it is going to be like this if I had thought about it so many years down the line. But yes, it is fabulous.
What kind of changes did you see yourself?
Too many. I was not focused then, but after kids, after teaching them things that probably I was not practicing myself, I started practicing them, and now the change, the transformation that as a human being also, me, my husband, both of us has seen, it is tremendous.
So you're playing multiple roles, whether it is sometimes for mother or for wife or for daughter, daughter-in-law, maybe a friend, etc. So at the end of the day, it's really taxing for you.
Absolutely, yes.
And those roles can influence your parenting style.
Yes,
so would you like to probably think about how that has changed for you, and any tips you'd like to give to the ones who are watching in terms of how do you strike that balance?
So I'd say that there is nothing like balance in working as well as parenting. Okay, there is never a balance. Okay, balance is what you think it is. Okay, so balance something for me might not be for you, or might not be something for somebody watching. Okay, so according to me, what my conscience allows is that my kids are school till 2. Okay, after 2, when they come home, my time is theirs. So I try and wind up work, home chores, everything before they come. That gives me satisfaction, and that gives me the feeling that I have done my best for myself, and now is my time for them. So that's how I balance. So, but in my case, it works. In a mom's case who is working full time.
Absolutely. And I've been watching your content, Shivangi, and you've mentioned, how life throws surprises at you.
Absolutely.
And, about your second one, on what kind of struggles, and what, that was a new curve for you.
Absolutely.
As a mother completely.
Yes, it was a surprise baby then, and kind of shocking for some in the family, surprise for some in the family. My elder one was not even 1 when I got the news of the second pregnancy. We decided to keep it, and the elder one was 1.5. So this transition, now I say, was so much important. First, emotionally, I was so much into my elder child that I had lost that balance of giving the same space to every family member, be it my husband, my mom-in-law, my sister-in-law, who I love so much. So वो balance खो गया था. It was only one child. I think that is why God gave me lemons and lemons and lemons. You take these lemons, otherwise it's all going to be chilly.
And did it also change the equation of money in the family?
Absolutely. So raising one child in a city like Delhi, mostly upper middle class people, तो क्या होता है ना कि वो जो मांगे उसको दे दो, ठीक है, to keep him happy, बच्चा खुश है ना, ठीक है, but somewhere we are compromising on the basic behavior of the child to learn, to live with less, which is very important in life to come ahead. Like we have been taught so, तो तब तो resources इतने नहीं होते थे, अब इतने होते हैं, हर चीज़ में exposure इतना है. So after 2 we realized कि balance तो करना पड़ेगा, because if one asks for one toy, I have to get duplicate, like 2. एक की एक टी-शर्ट है तो दूसरे को भी वही चाहिए. अब every time you can't fulfill their demands. So now we fixed days कि अब आज का दिन उसका, कल का दिन आपका. Or else if both of them get together and we buy together, so it has to be like with the financial conscience in mind. You just can't go on because सब कुछ double नहीं होता. With 2 babies it is not double, it is a multiplier effect.
So I think both these kids are in a similar age bracket, and that is actually good as well, because you know you do the journey once, you don't have to repeat it twice as a mother.
Totally.
And on the other hand, it can also be very different, right? Where both of them, none of them, you know, one has to have a better understanding, the other,
Absolutely.
it might be difficult for you. So you want to talk about those experiences?
Yes, of course. So like how beautiful and good it looks like. It is not always. Every day is not the same. So we struggle with total sibling rivalry, like we say, जो कि हमारे टाइम पे भी होती थी. I mean, it is nothing. It is a basic human nature कि आपको किसी के साथ अगर every time you have to share, वो तो husband wife में भी हो जाता है. So these are two closely aged kids जिनको हम यही सिखाते हैं, sharing. So बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है उन दोनों को कभी-कभी समझाना. Sometimes parents are in the role of a judge. Sometimes we are in the role of a referee. कभी-कभी हम कुछ नहीं, वो बॉक्सिंग की तरह बैठे होते हैं रिंग में, बस कि you away. No questions asked, just go away in different rooms and you're gonna be fine in a while. इसमें ये होता है बच्चों का कि तेरे साथ चलती नहीं और तेरे बिना भी नहीं बनती.
I can imagine. So any parenting point that you believe we can solve for you as a tech company?
Since technology say na, we just go for one thing only, screen time.
Yeah.
Some so effective way to keep the kids engaged, which is like maybe educational or maybe fun or recreational, or maybe involve some more of physical workout or physical play also, जिससे कि उनका if their mind is diverted, of course they will spend less time in core.
Absolutely. And do you want to highlight perhaps, Shivangi, these two kids, what kind of conversations they're having amongst themselves, especially are they talking about resources, money, sharing?
Yeah.
How does that come about in the family?
Okay, so in families like India, जो हम Indian families हैं, it happens that ना telling kids that नहीं ये महंगा है हम नहीं खरीद सकते, it is not acceptable to all. कि आप बच्चों को क्यों बोल रहे हो? Tell them some other way. But no, I believe that to tell them that baby, we don't want to and have to buy it now. Maybe somewhere in future you find कि this is the right space to buy it. कुछ भी हो for example, and we know that the transition has been so much. हमारे टाइम में टॉय, एक बेसिक टॉय आता था 50 रुपीज़, 100 रुपीज़. अब वो बेसिक टॉय जो उनको पसंद आता है वो होता है 10,000, 15,000. So you can't be spending endlessly in things like that जिनकी वैल्यू उतनी ज़्यादा नहीं है ना. Need versus want, we've studied it always, we've practiced it. तो हमने उनको यही सिखाया है that right now it is expensive. We earn, mama earns, papa earns, and everything is very nice. But it is not nice so that you can spend it endlessly. It is nice so that your basic needs, whenever we need it, is taken care of. So there comes the idea of savings and investments. And my husband is so shrewd, I would say. Even if they are having a chocolate, he says 1 bite is mine. क्यों? Taxes तो देने पड़ेंगे ना.
No, I think that is a very fun way to teach them this, and I'm glad that as a money smart family, we were talking about consumption, talking about spending.
Yes.
Are you also going into other realms of money? Talking to them about investments or saving.
Yes.
How do you simplify that?
By when they were very young, the idea of saving was just to buy them a very beautiful whatever character ka piggy bank they want, to get them that. And tell them that it is a competition. We're going to open it like on your birthday or on Diwali, and जिसके पास ज़्यादा coins मिलेंगे ना, वो win. So whatever money that they used to get, coins, notes, तो वो उसमें डालते थे. To just see the outcome कि कितना होगा. So that is how we started in the beginning.
So are you a cash family or are you a digital money family?
So both. So the kind of income I get is more all digital, but my husband also has cash and the different parts. So when the kids are with me, they are digital.
So have you experienced digital money very differently over cash, and how do you want to teach it to your kids?
Of course, we've seen it that since the digital money became really popular, we started spending a lot. Okay, so online shopping, everything looks more feasible, and we don't see the reduction of the physical amount like the cash we used to have. तो वो कम होता था तो लगता था नहीं यार कम हो गए पैसे, so let's now save it for a while. So but I think it happened with us more because we had an access to cash initially. Like for quite a lot of years we've dealt in cash. उसके बाद हमारी जनरेशन ने सबसे ज़्यादा ट्रांसफॉर्म किया है खुद को in the digital self. Now kids, if they will see the digital world in a way, so now digital is also two things differently, debit and credit. So that's how they have to focus. Now we will see कि who is worth who. अगर कोई credit रख सकता होगा बच्चा तभी उसको वो मिलेगा, otherwise तो they will only be debit, that this is your fund, okay, you have your card, consume it and you're sitting for the next month.
Understood. So can your kids actually do transactions like a Paytm or
So they didn't do it intentionally, but it has actually happened in a family that they were using my mom-in-law's phone. So now मेरे phone में सब कुछ locked है, okay? So everything will ask a password before. And even in my husband's phone, but we never thought of कि मम्मी के phone में वो game download करके कच उनके वो उसमें her app store was logged in with her bank account, and what we saw when we realized it was then मम्मा की जब statement आई हुई थी, मम्मा आपने प्ले स्टोर से कुछ 15,000 का खरीदा है क्या? And she was so guilty कि initially she actually thought that maybe she because हमारी elder generations को बहुत ज़्यादा अभी तक they are not used to the money in phone wala system.
So Shivangi, technology, as I mentioned, is changing the way parenting is happening. Do you want to compare how you are raising your kids with technology vis-a-vis how you were raised?
See, when we were raised, like I say, early 90s were very different from now. We all know it how. No access to full-time TV, internet did not exist. Yes, there were some games, video games, कुछ बच्चे छुप के उसमें कर लेते, and that was it. वो उनका एक cool वो था. अभी क्या है? अभी boundaries ही खत्म हो गई है. Because the access that I have on the internet, on Google is same what my child has. Then where is the pause? Where is the break? So now how things have changed is, earlier still parents when they were meeting or in a function or anything, they used to be like बच्चे खेल रहे हैं और वो खेल रहे हैं. अब खेलने की डेफिनेशन बदल चुकी है ना कि you don't know if they are playing digitally, physically, what are they engaging in, what are they talking, and there are so many, like I say, जितना the world has grown closer to each other, that is the more parents are facing a difficulty in raising their kid. Of course, like earlier parents used to have 2 eyes. I say I have 8 eyes. If I'm standing here, I am aware of what my kid is doing around me, even if he's back. So multitasking to the next level parents have to do if they have to ensure. उसके बाद भी there are cases, there is, I mean, so kids are so sensitive. उसके बाद भी होता है. Sometimes I just take a break. I'm like I need 2 minutes of silence, and then I'm gonna bounce back.
So why do you think kids should be taught about money at that young age?
It is not like like a process. Teaching about money, finances, in family, in business, it is a process. If initially we begin with the finances and everything, we would realize that after a while, they are the ones who are saying this is not right. We can hold for this. And we have to not teach them just finances, but to teach them how to bifurcate between needs and wants. Of course, you're free to spend after a while. Like my elder one is he'll be 7 in a while. So usko after like 10 years only, and I feel 10 years is so early because he was just born. So 7 years have already gone by. So in next 10 years, he will be moving out to study. Wherever he goes, he'll be all alone. So independence is what was missing in kids of our generation. Now, if we aim at them being independent soon enough, finances come way before. Of course, if you're independent, you have to take care of a lot of things.
And I think you're also bringing that sort of content out on your social media.
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk about why you're bringing this sort of a discussion?
Because it is very, very, very important. Like 10 years down the line, talking about a kid's sexual health never was any importance. Everybody used to take a back step. This financial health of a kid in the family and teaching them budgeting and savings and investment and the value of everything is now equally important, because they should not feel alien to the world when they just enter as an independent being after 18 years of age. They should not feel alien.
Absolutely. So what is one of the most creative ways you have taught your kid about money management?
See, like I said, I always vouch on needs versus wants. Okay, so अगर आपको लग रहा है इसके बिना you will not be able to sleep at night. Okay, this is so important. If you're getting sick, what is medicine? It is a need. Okay, and what is a toy? It is not a need, beta. You can sleep, you will get food, you will get your tummy full. So that's how, all real time examples. Just, and the financial planning, teaching them to the kids, it's not like an education class that can go about. Okay, it is very real time. अब इतने छोटे बच्चे 7 years के बच्चे को अगर मैं बोलूँगी ना एक और सब्जेक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस हो रहा है आपकी लाइफ में विच इज़ फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग, हाउ वुड यू रिलेट टू? ही विल बी वेरी वेरी अपसेट कि कुछ पढ़ाई खाने. बट we as parents, it is our responsibility, and it is our, I think, base responsibility to make everything so comfortable for them.
I believe it's not the schools who should pick up this topic.
No, I believe it should be both. See, the way we teach them, for example, English का मुझे एक topic सिखाना है, अब वो मैम सिखाती है वो अलग तरह से, जिस तरह से मैं बताती हूँ वो अलग है. Of course, the kid learns more effectively in school. Why? Because comfort level.
This curriculum is missing in school right
yes,
now.
100% it is missing in school. So they should also take it up like a clay making class. It is always physical and handy. Financial classes भी होनी चाहिए, and not just subjective, but very 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 real time.
Experiential.
Yes, experiential.
So tell me something really funny. Your kid has come back and told you about this topic, money, finance.
Okay. So in my family, my kid's grandmom, my mother-in-law, is very fond of gardening. Okay, so sometime she was telling my younger one that ना देखो हमने यहाँ पे fruit grow किया, vegetable grow होता है ना बेटा, everything that you eat is grown in life because we are a vegetarian family. तो उनको ये सिखा रहे थे, and we were in one topic we were teaching them a lot of things. कि कैसे होता है. सो कहता है जब हम माँ ये ऐसे ग्रो होता है तो हम इसको ऐसे खा लेते हैं, तो दिस इज हाउ वी गेट थिंग्स. हाँ बेटा ऐसे मिलता है. ही केम बैक टू मी एंड सेड मम्मा आप कहते हो ना एक्सपेंसिव है, थोड़े टाइम में खरीद लेंगे, अभी तो नहीं है, अभी हमारे को और वो करना है, important things to spend on. So now why don't we grow it on trees? Wow, that's very thoughtful of you, my curious baby. But that is not how money system works in our country. I mean, you can't just sell leaves and roots and stems, and it is no more a barter association anymore. So yes, so kids, एक चीज से दूसरी चीज बहुत जल्दी pick up करते हैं.
What's the most effective way you have found to teach your kids about good habits?
Practicing them. So if they see me with good habits, it is definitely going to be inculcated in them. For example, good health. We say kids should engage in more of physical activities, but if they don't see their parents being physically active and hogging too much of junk food, so how can we stop them? So for the first step is, like I said, how I have transformed is by actually doing it, preaching.
Do you have mom guilt? How do you fight it?
Mom guilt is very 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 common. And what is mom guilt? Mom guilt is just that a particular time I feel my kid needed me more and I could have given him rather than spending it elsewhere. But how I fight it is by comparing that have I actually done something too good to compare it with the time I would have spent with my child. If yes, if my time spent otherwise is productive, then I say that it's all right.
Thank you so much, Shivangi, for sharing all these insights. In the end, you're normalizing these conversations about money, finances as a role model as well. There are other parents who are watching you, and we are very happy that we could lead the conversation with you and you've given us your time.
The pleasure is all mine. I hope in coming days more families talk to their kids about finances and normalize that it's okay to talk about finances and tell them the real truth.
Thank you so much.